Alright, hello. I beat this level like 3 weeks ago, but I didn't upload a video until now because I was basically planning on making a big highlights video with all my footage from all my sessions, with like all the personal bets and runs and then the completion at the end. But the editing software that I use, called the Lossless Cut, isn't very fit for making a highlights video with a bunch of files involved, because the only thing you can really do with it is splice videos and combine files. And the combining files is also pretty dodgy because you can't really organize the files in order. If you add 3 files, and it'll just like randomize them basically. You can't have them in a specific order. You can't add like any other audio tracks to your files, and you can't add anything like text or sound effects. I think I already said you can't add sound, but no, you know what I'm saying. So instead, I'm just gonna go over what I struggled with in this level, like my experience with it. So it took me 21.99 attempts to beat. This pre-drop was pretty easy, the whole grind. The spider part was pretty hard, but it got consistent. This purple heart is insanely easy. I only died here like 10 times the whole grind. And the start of the drop is also pretty easy, but like this little wave part here, I struggled with a lot. I found a pretty consistent strat where you kind of buffer after you do this ball click. Then you do like one release when you get here instead of doing 2 clicks. So you're already holding, then you release here, then you do 1 click. It was much easier for me than doing 2. I don't know how it works. Is every single completion video I saw this, everyone just did 2 clicks in this way part, but I would do the ball click, then buffer, and then just do a release and a click. Now the rest of this part's pretty easy. This part I didn't have much trouble with. And this little section here with all of these timings was pretty hard, like this wave timing. And the ball click mostly were hard. Then I was struggling a lot with the cube click, but I found out that a lot of this isn't actually like collidable. So this thing right here is just like a 3D object. It doesn't have collision, and the flowers kind of make it a little harder to see what the actual slope is. But you just click the orb after you, not after, while you're still on it, so that you don't go too high, and so that you still hit the orb. And it's not too hard. I died there once, I think, from 0, but it was only once, so it wasn't too bad. And this part with the timings is just free. I don't think I ever died here from 0. Nothing much to say about this. This part was pretty easy, except for somehow I died to this little ship click, I think. Like I held too long and I hit this. It's like a micro click. I didn't really practice it because I one attempted this part when I was practicing it and learning the level. I didn't think I was going to die here. But I guess I should have practiced because I didn't know how to do this click. And it's a pretty easy part. I could have gotten really far. I could have even fluked a level from like 60 something if I didn't fail that click. And the ending, this is probably the hardest part in my opinion. Let's see. Like the wave parts here are really hard. And then the last ship, I struggled a lot with this in practice mode, but I fluked it somehow when I was playing for 0. Like, is this gonna work? I can't see anything. Well, whatever. Yeah, the last ship was really hard in practice mode. I died here a lot when I was doing runs to 100, but I fluked it from 0, so that's nice. And a lot of people died the last lick of this level, but I didn't. I fluked. I actually died here, I think. This UFO click. I missed the black orb. I clicked too early, I think. I made a community post about it. I forgot what happened. I still have the recording. I could watch it, but yeah, I don't care. That was my latest death. I only had 2 ending deaths, I think. One was in this way part. I died right here, I think, the spike. And I died to this saw and this UFO. It's really easy. I could have beaten it there, but I didn't. I sold. Okay, anyway. I'm going to stop talking and enjoy the completion, I guess. Yes! Oh my fucking god. Alright, that's like the first extreme thing I've beaten in 4 years, I think. Oh man. So like I used to like this level, but the last couple, maybe 300 attempts when I was dying to 39 and 54 and 56, like basically every single drop attempt, it just started, it's not really enjoyable anymore. So, how many attempts do I have? Get my calculator. I actually play with like my save device on top of my calculator, so it's quieter. Okay, so 2,199 attempts.